What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. Let me see. So September 1st, September 2nd, September 3rd, September 5th, September 7th, September 8th, September 11th. What else is there? September 14th, September 15th, September 19th, the 22nd, 24th, 25th, 29th, and there's going to be a couple more on there. I'm just saying, what's up, Kobe? Peace, peace. The list goes on. I mean, it's crazy. I'm excited. Get this artist. Stay tuned. We got some exclusives going to be popping up on the Iccy Show. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. My condolences anyone has lost anyone. And happy anniversary. It's your anniversary. So give her a second to get on here and we will start this Iccy Show. Let's see. Alright, so just peace. I'm trying to get her on here. Hold on. Make sure you come out September 11th. I will be hosting that show in New Hampshire. We're going state to state, country to country. You know how we do. I told you that we will be doing that. And I'm showing you how we're doing it. So let's go. Enjoy the ride. Let's kick back. Enjoy it with some popcorn. And let's see where the ride goes the next couple of months. For real, for real. Come out on October 30th. I'll be hosting that show too. So I'm going out with the bang. Everybody wanted me to stop hosting shows again, and here I go, going out with the bang. And for the end of the year, for 2022, we only got, what are we, October, 3 more months of this year, so. All right, let me see. What's up, fam? Peace. What's going on? All the kids are going back to school tomorrow. Stay tuned on that. I hope everyone, all our children, have a safe, healthy year this year, for real. Parents, be aware. Be aware. What's good? Peace, fam. I'm good. I'm just waiting for this artist to come on here. Sally Sweets. She's been on the Iccy Show a year ago when I was on tour. If you don't know who she is, she's a model. She's an artist. She's doing a lot of things. What's up, Curtis? Peace. I don't know if this is going to work because I'm trying to get a hold of the artist right this second. For some reason. Give me a second. Let me see what's going on. Here we go. Hey, Queen. Welcome to the Iccy Show. How you doing, Sally?
Hey, I'm great. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. How you doing?
Beautiful. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just get ready for school tomorrow. You know, first day of school. It's going crazy over there.
Yeah, you're lucky. We already went back, so
When you
we've
go
been on
back?
it. August 10th.
Wow, that's nothing for the kids.
Well, we get out like the last couple days of May.
Oh, okay. Out here, they get out in June and they go back in end of August.
Nice. Very nice.
So how you been this year? You were on the Iccy Show a year ago when I was on tour. So what's been going on this last year?
Oh my gosh. Wow, so much, so much. I've been to Tennessee and Georgia and back to Cali and back to Georgia and probably back to Georgia again and done some magazines and just working on a movie and got some more features coming up. So things have really taken a turn.
That's awesome.
But
That's awesome. What's the movie
yeah.
about?
We're working on a documentary right now for our Faces of Rap Mothers, so it's going to be a lot of everyone's lives and performances. So we're working with Roku and a lot of different. She's working with BET and VH1 for things, and so it's just a lot of content to get done. So yeah, definitely a lot going on.
Does it get spicy on set sometimes?
No, no, not when everyone's there. I see some, everyone's got beef on social media, but when it comes to being on set, everyone's pretty much ready to go. So
That's good.
that's always nice.
Yes, yes,
The bad ones leave themselves out.
yes, definitely. Now
So.
for your modeling, are you looking to get on some music videos with artists, or are you pretty much what what's going on with your modeling?
I mean, I do. So a lot of people ask me that, but really, I jumped out into. It's funny you say that. I pulled out like a lot of my magazines, because I did a lot. I did a lot of magazines, so I ended up being in a lot of stuff. And my most recent one just got here from Dreamland Productions with Anna J. Eccles. It's the cover magazine. And she's out of Memphis, Tennessee, but they did a music article on me, and that would be the first time I've mixed. Let me see where we can get in here. That'd be the first time I mixed my modeling with music like that. Um, but yeah, I do. I have a TV commercial for Hurricane Windows and Doors. Currently doing some local stuff. But yeah, I was just. Oh, here it is.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. What magazine's that?
That's the cover magazine,
Okay, okay. So
and that's with
that was
yeah, that's with Anna J. Eccles.
that was this month.
They did a great. Yeah, that just came out. She just sent it to my house.
Okay,
I just got it yesterday when I got
all
home.
right.
I was like, oh, cool.
Exclusive on the Iccy Show. That's what I'm talking about. Go get that
Listen.
magazine. Go support that magazine, and maybe you could get Sally Sweets if you mail it to her. Maybe she'll do an autograph. How does that sound?
Absolutely. Maybe if you're lucky, I'll put a personal photo in there and I'll send it back to you.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Networking. That's what I love. Where would you like to
Absolutely.
perform at?
Say that one more
Where
time.
would you like to go to perform at?
Ooh, I'm ready to come up north. I just got invited up to New York, so I think that's my next stop. I'm in the blood. I'm a New Yorker, so I'm from Long Island originally. So I'm ready to go up north, and then probably out to Texas,
What
I
about
think.
Boston? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're coming up north, and you're not even coming to Boston. 4 hours away.
Okay, that's true. I gotta come to Jersey too. So I have some boxing stuff to do with Big P and his daughter Little P. I'm writing a song for them for boxing, and that should be great. It's like a anthem for them, really. It's daughter and father, and then yeah, I should definitely come out to your neck of the woods. That'd be great. You let me know
Yes,
when you have something going on.
yeah, definitely. Let me know when you're coming up this way, and I'll let you know. We got a lot of shows I'll be hosting in the next couple of months. Everybody wanted me to start hosting shows again at the clubs, and then I was like, nah, I'm a mom. I'm gonna hold off. But then now everyone is coming all directions and like, oh, I got this for you. I got this for you. Say, hey, I got my girl. Shout out to M Style. She's doing some big shows for Boston the next couple of months. We got one in September. On September 11th, we got one October 30th, and I believe she's doing one November and December. And then January, there's all women's that are performing. So she's doing
Nice.
definitely.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that all women collaboration right now. it's just a force to be reckoned with.
Power. That's
So
how I say it. Queen power. That's
yeah,
right.
queen power. Absolutely,
Do you
absolutely.
have a manager?
Nope, not yet. I'm still working independently. I've actually had a ton of people approach me to manage me. And a buddy of mine, he manages as well. Shout out to my boy. I won't say your name because I'm about to spill some beans on you. But he was like, "Girl, you run circles around me." He's like, "You're always busy booking stuff. You get all your own connections. You're really grinding." And he's like, he basically made it, understandable that I'm hard to keep up with anyways. So I am looking for a manager, but someone who's more driven than I am, so they can do more than me.
Right.
So that would be cool. 'Cause I'd like someone to hustle with like that. I really, really want that. I don't want to stop hustling. I just want to have a team in it. So
That's amazing. Definitely. Sorry, my son was talking to me. I apologize. Get ready for the first day of school, and oh, it's
yeah.
a headache, man. A headache and a half.
How old is your boy?
Well, come say hi. This is Sally Sweets. She is a model and she is an artist.
Hi.
So,
Oh,
yes, yes. So, where would you like to be in the next year, in this industry? Would you want to be more of an actress, more performing, or more modeling? What would you like to do in the next year?
oh, more performing for sure. I really only model for music now, and I really like it that way. I'll definitely do some modeling for some brands and some things I support. I have some stuff coming up, as far as domestic violence goes, and like guns down, gloves up, some boxing stuff coming up. I have a new boxing song out. I have a new NBA song coming out. I have some awesome stuff hitting the ground running. So I finally made my own love track, so people are going to be, I'm sure, excited to hear that side of me. I dropped my Sweet Money mixtape. I've got like 80 songs now, so I'm grinding. But I'm rocking. I'm rocking on the radio quite a bit, and I'm jumping states performing. So, yeah,
That's dope. Keep on
strong
going,
hustle.
mama. Keep on going. That's what I'm talking about. Now, when you say boxing, are you a professional boxer or are you trained?
No, no, absolutely not. I'm absolutely none of the above. I went into box for my music video for Sacrifice, and it was hilarious because she's like, hit it like like you're mad. And I'm like, I don't really get mad at anybody. Like, not like I want to hurt you. I love people.
Right.
She's like, well, think of someone bad. And I'm like, oh God. But I did really good. Like, once I got into it, I got into it. I throw some mean bows and knees, boy. I'm ferocious. So, I was like, okay. But I would do it for like Guns Down, Gloves Up. They have like a celebrity boxing. That's who like I'm gonna be. That's who the song's for. My boy Big P. So they do some stuff with them. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely get out there. I'm super strong. I still do like backflips and stuff. Life has not slowed me down.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm like, all right, let's do something.
Definitely. You look amazing.
So we'll see. Thank you, thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. How do you keep your fit so perfect? Um, and being a mom and working. Sometimes that could be hard because you're always eating fast food, but you look amazing. So how do you keep it going?
I definitely, and that's something I probably don't do. I don't eat fast food. If you know me and you're from my hometown, I have my own spot. We run a local restaurant. It's been there since '76, so I definitely work shy of like 70 something hours a week. I never bend over. I always squat. I live on coffee and water. I don't drink soda. I love pineapple
Me
juice.
too.
I love pineapple juice. I don't drink anything cold. I love my voice, my throat, and I recognize that's what I'm working for. So, I don't play. I don't go to the gym. I think it's a giant waste of time. I always say, you see these really sculpted guys, and they're like perfectly cut,
Yeah.
and you just want to be like, do you save babies out of burning cars? Like, is that what you do? You're strong for a reason, right?
Right.
But they're not. They're not strong for a reason. They can't do anything.
Yes.
So, I just don't. I don't know. I'm very active. I play with my kids. I clean my house. You know, I'm crazy. I still climb trees with the kids, it's crazy.
That's cute.
So,
I love that. I love when mothers interact with
yeah.
kids too. Nowadays, people are working so many jobs. I just met a lady. She's a single mom of five, and she's working 4 jobs. I don't know how she does it. And I'm like, she's like, it's hard. You got to teeter totter and the kids. I'm like, God bless that lady. For real, it's really hard.
Yeah,
I work 2 jobs
that's tough.
and I don't know how to juggle it, so I don't know how she does it.
Right, right. Because being a mom and being, especially if you're a single mom or a stay-at-home mom, that is a full-time job. That is no joke. If you ever had a man that went to work and you stayed home, it's a full-time job because you're busy all day long. It does not end. And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna work, 'cause you're single. And then you go, I gotta get 2 jobs. And I don't know. I don't know how we do it. I shout out to all the moms out there because it's really it's not easy. It's not in your blood to wear all those pants.
Right.
So we're evolving as women.
Yes,
We're a new species now. It's alien as heck.
yes, yes. And I always say we're stronger than men. No disrespect to any men on here, but we do carry a baby for 9 months, and we do push it out, or we have C-section, real serious surgery. So you guys gotta respect us more, all the gentlemen out there.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. That's no joke. You see, they do those monitors now that give the guys the feelings of the baby, and they're crying, and you're just like, oh, what a whim. Yeah, that's great.
For real, like
That's great stuff. We take it like champs, so I don't know.
yes, yes. How many do you
Yeah,
have, Sally?
I have three. I have three
Two.
kids. Yeah, I'm a full mom. My oldest is 13, 9, and 5.
Oh wow, you got a young one, young one.
Yes, yes, he's my wow. He will literally be walking down the sidewalk with me, and he will kick me, and he will say, "Let's race," and he'll just take off. And I'll be like, "What the crap is wrong with you?" And I just gotta go run. There's no stopping him. He's like a boy. Like he'll just come. They keep calling me, and they said he's catching bumblebees, and I was like, okay, I know, I know this. He does it at home. And she said, well, he's getting stung. I said, all right, we'll put him on the phone. I said, you all right? She said, I'm fine. I said, ma'am, you're going to call me 4 times a week if he's okay. Just go back to class. I'm like, he's a serious boy. Like, he's a boy.
My son too. My
Yeah,
son's
he's
a
crazy.
real gentleman, and it's good to have our sons like that. Keeping them strong, solid, because this crazy. And how do you feel like
Yeah.
during the pandemic when the kids were homeschooled on the computers? Did you think they got the education they should have, or do you feel like you know they might have fell behind a little bit being a mom? You noticed that having 3 children.
You know, honestly, I like you said, it's really hard raising a boy, especially that age. The one thing someone told me is you're raising someone else's husband, and they told me that when my son was like 2, and it like destroyed my mindset forever for like the next 11 years. I'm like, oh my God, you got to be a good husband. Oh my God. So COVID was like a blessing in our family because as we staying home, obviously not COVID itself, but we got to plant pineapples. We got a cactus farm. I have 9 exotic fruit trees. They had to hang out with each other. They couldn't, they had to bond. A family that plays together, prays together, eats together, whatever. They stay together. So like we just got super close.
I love.
And that was really nice. Like it took time, but yeah, no, I think a lot of the stuff they learn in school anyways, especially with like my son learning history and he knows a lot better from me and he'll be like, no, that didn't happen. Like that's not how it went down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like you can talk about that later in life. Like you still got to pass. So it was nice. I got to be more in control of it, not just like, oh, believe everything you read and see. It was like, we're going to do real life stuff. You're really going to iron. You're going to learn to sew. My boy sews now. Like, he's not happy about it. He's super boy, but he's a gentleman. And I was like, all real men sew. And he was like, okay, mama. So I don't know. I didn't mind. I mean, it was all right. It was all right. I never get to slow down. COVID let us slow down, dive into my music. I got like a whole album recorded in like a couple months. So it was sweet.
Yes, I'm thankful for the same, to be home, bonded with my children, and I really like that. And it was different because we're not used to being 24 hours, 7 days a week. How many months we were locked in, and a lot of parents. Um, I wish that they took that more seriously. You know how we had that time to be home instead of partying, because I've seen a lot of people going out and partying, and I'm like, um, that's hard because you're out partying, but you're telling your kids you can't do nothing. You gotta stay home and can't go here, can't do that.
Right,
And
right.
people didn't take it seriously. And I feel like everyone that survived the corona and is still here, we're God's children, so we gotta teach around the world. And I love how you said praying. I pray with my son before dinner every night. If I'm home, that's what we're doing. And I love that because people don't be praying. They don't be doing a lot of that stuff anymore. And I miss that. Seeing that, hearing that.
Right,
Going to
right.
your friend's house, you hear it, you see it. Um, how are you strict on the kids going out, like to friend's house? Because you have boys.
Um, yeah, I mean, so, all right. So recently I learned, COVID hit, right? And when COVID hit, my son was like 11. He's 13 now, so that's probably about right. He's probably like 11. And so we really didn't have many sleepovers. Like before that, he had a friend, and like my daughter had a friend. They come over all the time. So he didn't have any sleepovers after COVID, like none at all. No friends over, no nothing. And I just thought, okay, parents are super weird right now. Like nobody's letting their kids come out. All right, I get it. Like we're all germaphobes now. Everyone just drinks bleach. So, everyone's like living on Lysol. It's like $12 a can here. It's like ridiculous sometimes. So, but anyways, so finally he told me, I said, why don't you have any friends this year? And he said, I have a lot of friends. And I was like, okay, well, why don't they come over? And he's like, I can't have my friends over. And I said, why? He goes, they want to know when you're going to do another music video. And I was like, oh, okay. And so a couple days passed, and his girlfriend, like his friend that's a girl, she's coming over. They're going to go for a walk, blah, blah, blah. Mom's taking them out to Riverwalk. And so he said, don't get out of the car. And I said, why? He goes, because all my friends are in there. I was like, I'm going to meet her mom. I'm coming over to the truck. He said, don't. I said, come on, man, stop. It's not funny anymore. You don't have friends. You don't want them to come over. I can't get out of the car. I can't meet anybody. He said, listen, you're the hot mom. And he just got quiet. And I I said, I still have to function. Like I still have to be normal. And he was like, well, everyone will be hitting on you. And I was like, that's it. I like shoved him out of my way. And I was like, oh my God, her mom's not gonna be hitting on me. Like, move, young man. But no, so like I mean, yeah, they have sleepovers and stuff, and like they do stuff. My daughter, she's a social butterfly. All day. She's got 100 friends. She's an MMA fighter. She's friends with all the boy MMA fighters from like 5 to like 13. She fights them all. So she would have a sleepover every day with the girls and the guys and do whatever. My little guy, he has little tent parties with his friends. We set up multiple tents in one room, and they have their own personal little bungalows, and it's fun.
I love
So
that. I
yeah,
love.
everyone does now. Like my oldest is getting there. He's got one friend, and he comes over. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes the rest of the year for him.
Yes, it's so scary, because we already the last 2 years we dealt with it, and then it's like, all right, so school's starting again, and it's like, all right, now this year we got to worry about monkeypox, and it's like, oh, it's always something.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know, um, so I just hope the kids will be able to stay in school. That's what I'm hoping because I feel like, a lot of these kids didn't get the education how they were supposed to get. I was observing a lot during COVID. I would be right in the room when the teacher was teaching, and kids are asking for help, and the teachers are saying, "Oh, talk to me later, talk to me later." But if a student isn't getting something, you answer the question. You don't say "see me later" or "we don't have time," because you know how they were
Right.
at a certain time, and you know. So I jumped in on a live during the school because there was several kids keep asking this one teacher they needed help. They didn't understand it. So why should she pursue on teaching something when the kids don't even understand? So I said something, and she didn't like it. And the kids are like, "See, you should listen to that mom," because I kind of like cut in front, Hey, Star, peace, peace. So so I just want all the kids to grow up smart, and have like what we did when we were growing up. And I feel like all kids are getting their childhood taken away real too quick.
Yeah, and I think that's true. That homeschooling was a joke. We didn't have anything that was useful. It was easy, then it was super complicated. It was too hard to get into, and we'd reach out for help. And because my oldest was in middle school, his was his sixth grade year. And so it was just like brand new. You got all these classes to go into. It's absolutely terrifying, and it was a nightmare. It was really hard, and you could call, it was just tough. He had gotten COVID throughout it, and he was like down, and they weren't trying to excuse him, and he was falling behind, and it was just like, we couldn't keep up with it. We really couldn't. And my daughter would ace right through it, but it was super easy. She wasn't learning anything. She's a little bit advanced, so therefore she didn't get to push her limits. It's not like the system said, "Hey, this girl's acing, let's advance her up." So she just kind of got to go float, and my oldest was like definitely getting whooped in it. But it just I know that they threw it together, but I feel like they could have. There's already homeschooling packets throughout each state. Each state has their own homeschooling, education, and they send those packets home. So I really don't know why they didn't just send us home like, the homeschooling packets that are already assembled that we could do with our kids, because that was crazy.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yes,
Yeah, there was
I
nothing.
totally agree that. And that I think that's terrible how they were trying to like your son had the COVID, you said, and they weren't trying to excuse that. Is that what I meant?
Right, right.
That's terrible
Hmm.
because you're not the only one. I've had people inbox me and say, "I want to talk about that on your show about their kids had COVID," and my friend, my assistant, her kids both had it. They were dying really bad. They were really sick. I didn't hear from her for 2 weeks. I went knocking on the door, no answer. No, she wasn't collecting the mail. I was worried about her, and they tried to keep her daughter um, to do summer school this year because she missed 40 days. 40 days last year. That's how sick they were. And the school wouldn't allow them to come back unless they were 15 days clear, I believe. It was like almost 2 weeks. And now they changed everything. And that's crazy how, like, they changed everything. Now you could go back in 5 days or something. But I feel like 5 days is way too early. We have the
Yeah.
get knocked down. They should excuse.
We changed our rules here too, like big time, because ours was 14 days, and then it went down to 10, and now it's like when you stop having symptoms and when you test negative, so it's just like it's a lot easier to go back now. If you catch COVID on Monday and you have a clean test by Saturday, you can go back to school on Monday. So it's pretty simple here. And I'm glad that it evolved, but like you said, you don't know that it's safe. That's too short of a time to really know. And now you got monkeypox and other things. So yeah, I don't think that's smart. We don't want to have another shutdown. We really don't, but those days should be excused. And you would think that this, like I said, we already have stuff like this for homeschooling for kids. I think that's stupid that everything went virtual, because you're going to have downs all the time. Man always beats machine. And I think that we've taken away from those old values that we already know. And, it's ridiculous. It's just like that movie with the women for the NASA machines, and and they break, and those, you know, they learned how to fix them, and you got to be smarter than what you're working with. But we have this stuff. We have this stuff in every state. People homeschool their children. Why we didn't just resort to stuff that we have, I don't know.
Yeah, I
I don't know.
totally agree. You're so right, 100%. Um, and I appreciate you taking the time and expressing that as a mom. I like to hear your, you
For
know,
sure. For sure.
from mother or father that is single or whatever the case may be, a mom, point blank, to hear their point of view because, like you just said, they weren't trying to excuse it. That's unacceptable. I'm sorry.
Right.
That,
Right.
they need to really, in this year, I hope they have their A game on about it ahead of time, not waiting during, you know, and they rush school back like this. Like this. They didn't even give it 30 days. It was like, oh no, it's too early. Then, oh, they're going back. It's mandatory in 2 weeks. I'm like, what the heck is going on? You just said it. It's not ready to go back. And then you're rushing it. 2 weeks is mandatory. I'm like, a lot.
Yeah.
These kids are just, they're strong, willing kids. And God bless all the children out there for real.
Yeah, they're tough. Our kids are tough. You know, I think that we were different kinds of kids, but kids nowadays are used to being alone. They're used to being behind a screen. They're all used to being really independent and, you know, self-entertained, and it's created a really tough individual because you constantly have to kind of handle yourself. You don't have like a lot of little friends that come over or that you're always at their houses unless you have like cousins or family because COVID really shut all that down. And like not everyone's there yet. So excuse me, but you know, I think that that's changed. That's changed for sure. But they're different. They're a different breed now. They really are. My son would be fine in his room alone for several days at a time if I left him. He probably wouldn't leave as long as he had a charger and some Wi-Fi. So, you know, they're different. I would have probably cut all my hair off and looked like a zombie after 7 days as a child, like clawing at the walls, like, please give me my friends. But they don't even care anymore. Like, they're self-sufficient. It's so weird. So weird.
Definitely, definitely. How about coming out with your own makeup brands?
Ooh, that's fun. And I do. I love makeup now. I would like to people used to come to me because I used to have I used to oversee 12 wing houses. It's like have you ever heard of
Yes.
Hooters?
Good.
It's like
Good
Hooters.
trip.
It's the sister brand of Hooters, but it's down here. It's from the football player Care. He started Wing House. Anyways, I oversaw 12 of them, and I'd always have like the new girls who didn't do makeup come up and be like, "Oh, will you show me?" But I mean, like the only thing I've ever really gotten into is a stretch mark thing. I used to use raw coffee grinds on stretch marks,
Oh yeah.
and with salt and with like an oil. And it was like amazing. So I'd like to do something for moms. I think that would be the one thing I would put out, something that's like almost a DIY. Like I don't know, maybe I'd bottle up and sell my own, but you know, maybe I'd bottle up and sell my own, or I'd like start like make like a video or something on how people could do it and put it out there. But something for that, maybe something for moms.
I love that. I love that. So, th- now she owns all this. So anyone that's tuning in, she owns this. So she already came up with this. So
Yes, these are all my already ideas that are already in work.
yes, yes, definitely. So you said raw, coffee grinds, meaning like
Yeah, like
after you like make coffee.
exactly, exactly. Your hot, pressed, already been squeezed out coffee grinds. I started like really, I have like an odd common sense to me. Book smarts are really hard for me. Like I have to work really hard in school, like wicked hard. Um, but you know, I was like a hacky sack kid. Like I was a tomboy. So, but common sense comes to me. So like I just kind of started, you know, you see products out and about, and everything over the years had like caffeine in it and antioxidants in it. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then like one day I was like, coffee. And I was like, coffee is loaded with antioxidants. Coffee is loaded with caffeine. And I'm like, oh, the beans. And then like, you know, I brewed my coffee one day, and you could do this on your face too, guys. You can do this on your face. Take your coffee grinds and, you know, just do this naturally. Take them right out of the filter, let them cool off a little bit. Don't burn your face. Don't burn your face, please. But you just use your hands. Don't use a sponge that's got bacteria. Don't use anything. Use your clean hands and just scrub it. Scrub it into your face naturally. And just when you're done, your face is going to feel like a
I'm
baby.
about to do that
Rinse it off with
tomorrow.
cool water. You're going to touch your skin and you're going to be like, oh my gosh. It was incredible. I made my little sister do it with me over COVID, because we all got stupid over COVID. And, I was just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it's fantastic. And your face gets like a boost of rejuvenation.
Okay, I'm gonna
So,
try that. That's good to know. I tried to. I don't know if
mhm.
you've seen it during the COVID. I, you couldn't get pedicures, so I did my own. I got a white. Get a white bucket. Anyone that's tuning in, you've seen it. If you've seen me, it was 2 years ago. I did it. Um, you get a white bucket and you get white vinegar. You like a big jug of white vinegar, and I'm talking about
Yeah,
a bowl, probably like one of the big ones you bring into a cookout with whatever, potato salad or whatever. That's the one.
salad, yeah. Yeah.
So you turn around and you take it and you fill it up past your ankle, right? So only up to
Yeah.
your ankle with the white vinegar, and it's gonna be ice friggin' cold when you put your feet in it, but you're gonna feel it. Everything is gonna come out of you. You're gonna feel like warm. The water's gonna get warm in about 5 minutes, and then you're gonna start seeing stuff floating. That's why I say use a white bowl so you can see everything floating. You'll see stuff that you didn't even see on your feet and didn't even know it was on your feet coming off of your feet. And you'll see like little black dots. You'll see like hairs that were in your pores that come out. Like it's incredible. And this is just from your feet. But your feet is where you detoxicate. So everything is coming
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. All the toxins sit in your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just white vinegar?
White vinegar, that's it. And I stay there for a half hour. And then your feet, after you dry it off, don't wash them off, don't rinse them off, just pat them dry. And then you want to close up your pores because you got them all open. Put a moisturizer
Right.
all over your feet, and you'll feel
Cold water.
soft.
Ice cold water closes your pores.
Oh, well,
That closes your pores.
I use lotion because you're gonna feel it in smelling the vinegar and stuff like that. It's strong. So I mean, it's worth it. Definitely try it. I was doing lives on it, showing people, and people were inboxing me. I can't believe I had that on my feet. Where was it? And I'm like, I have no idea. When I first tried it, and someone I know, they gave me the advice about using white vinegar. And when I did it, I was like, what? That's why I say use the white bowl, white vinegar, put it to about your ankle, and leave it there for about half hour. And oh my gosh, you're about to see what comes off your feet. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Try it. Let me know what you think, and then you can add that to whatever you got going on with your facial stuff and
So
uh,
funny. Yeah, we could do like a whole my aunt had gotten a hold of me and she was like, she knows I used to bake. I used to run Sally's Simple Sweets. And I love baking. I brought my recipes into my store, like it's on my new menu. It's called the Sweet Shop. We have like my homemade cookies and stuff, which I love. I do everything from scratch, so I'm a big, fan. But it's so crazy. But anyways, what was I saying?
about
Oh God, I had total mind blank. Um,
that's a mommy blank.
total
I say
mind
that's the
blank.
mommy blank. That's what I always say. That's a mommy
Oh,
blank.
right, the dead end blank. But yeah, anyways, so
Where can they purchase your cookies?
not anymore, not anymore. I don't do it anymore unless you come all the way out to my store. So I used to deliver them by hand and run them out, but we're in Sarasota. We're called Craigers. It's a local family diner. It's been there since like 1976. So yeah, you can get my cookies there. You can get cookies and milk for $5. Super simple. You get a whole plate of cookies, a jug of milk, and you're ready to go. And it's a total thing. So
I
yeah, that's about it
remember
anymore.
those. They look delicious.
Yeah, they are so good. They are so good.
How about getting into the edibles, making it into edibles? Have you ever thought of that?
Yeah, I did. I actually helped out for a while with CBD products. So I did a lot of I ran for a lab, a wonderful lab with a wonderful brand, great products, and brought some stuff on board with them and helped out and did some stuff like that. But like I am so busy. I am so busy that I don't know. Yeah, they do love those cookies, Melissa. Um,
They love them.
she,
I wish I had one right
she,
now so I could be. Mm.
see you. I can send them to you. I can send them to. And then you'll be like, okay, okay. But no, yeah, I sell my recipe and stuff now. Like people ask me for my recipe or like I'll gift it to someone. But I like passing things on. Once I accomplish something and I solve a problem or I figure something out, like skincare or something like that, I just like to pass it on. So but when it's something super cool like the stretch mark stuff, I was like, okay, this is on.
How long
Like it is on.
how long did it work take to work to start to see a difference on the stretch marks?
Instantly. It instantly was. I saw people doing like salt scrubs and things like that and kind of like literally removing stuff, tattoos, like people remove tattoos, and it was just like click, 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 click. And I was like, okay, this is a thing. And I was, and then I got the luxury of working in a lab where I got to watch everything be made. And I was making lotions by hands and, everything by hand. And I was just like, oh my gosh. We did roll-on pain relievers and all sorts of stuff. And I was just like, I could do this all day. It was wonderful. You shop for your little ingredients and you're blending, and it was just super cool. Um, my mind just functions like that, 1,000 miles a minute. If I'm writing a song, like sometimes I'll literally be like in the middle of something else, like writing on my knee, like all my songs. Like I brought these on too. Like these are all of my like done recorded. There's probably like 85 here.
Oh, that's dope.
Um, and then I'll make sure like the ones I'm ready to record like stay in my purse like at all times. So I have officially recorded them, and then they go in the box. So I run it like a sick high octane.
That's amazing. I
But
like that, and I like how you
no.
you do with the paper and pen when you write your songs.
Yeah, always, always. I don't, like I said, your phone could break, fail, whatever. I don't like relying on stuff that's not reliable. I'm not a good temporary person. I break a lot of phones for sure.
I understand that. We're
So
always on the go.
I'll be like, oh, every time it just flies like out of my hand. I'm like, oh, and I watch it happen. So, yeah, but I like it. I like pen and paper. I am pretty old school.
I love going to the
So.
studio and seeing the artists that bring that notebook out and bring that pen out. And I love that because I feel that's more natural. Technology is taking over everything around the world. And I feel like, we're rushing it. And I feel like, take that memories. You could show your children the memories. If you lose that phone, you might not get that song back or whatever you started writing. And that's important. People need to know that.
Oh yeah, I got like 8,000 pictures of like my family in my phone. But like I have a bucket in my closet probably with another 8,000 pictures of my family. And like those are the ones that I'll never ever ever forget. I printed them, I touched them, and I'm kinesthetic, so once like that's how I learn, I have to touch. And so like they click. Like I'll see one of those pictures and be like, "Oh my gosh, like I remember this so much." Like the phone, they get so lost. I don't who scrolls through their 8,000 pictures in their cell phone?
Yeah.
Like, that's exhausting. I mean, and like the drive and stuff saves it and transfers it, but it doesn't save everything. And I don't know, they're just not there. You can't pass them on. You're gonna pass your cell phone to your kids down the line. Oh, here's 6 hard drives, honey. This was your childhood.
Yes.
Don't worry, they're 10 gigabytes apiece.
Yeah.
Yes. They'll make a phone then by the time your kids go to look at those, the equipment they have will no longer play whatever you gave them because it will have upgraded 10 more times. So,
Yeah. So
that's
true.
it's
I'm really amazed about that stretch mark stuff. I would really like you to anyone that's tuning in right now that could make that happen, with her, whatever, to get that on the market. Make it happen because there's a lot of mothers that go into depression after having a baby because of the stretch marks. I mean, after you deliver the baby, your stomach's just blood. So, all
Yeah.
that stretch marks, that's a depressant, especially you get the baby blues or whatever depression they call it. Um, I would
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
like to see you in the market in the future with that, hitting the hospitals, you know,
I definitely will.
yeah,
I definitely will. I still, to all you moms out there, I still have a few left myself. They're not bad at all, but I don't like them. And I know moms that have had like 6 kids, hmm and they have no stretch marks. So some people get them, some people don't, and some people get them bad. But if you get on like B flat makes one right now. I forget who makes that. Maybe one of the Kardashians or something. Someone makes one that supposedly, according to the internet, it's doing good. But it's expensive,
yeah,
and you got to buy a lot of them. And like I think this not only will be really effective, but it'll be really affordable. I would like to be able to sell it in little jars that are probably like $15 a piece at the most. And really, you're just paying for like the jar and like the bare minimum of the product. But I think the B flat really skinny tubes were like $50. And there's nothing in there.
no,
So,
I tried.
it's just crazy.
I've tried that. I tried two different ones, and I was really disappointed. One was expensive, and the cheaper one actually worked better than the expensive one. But I still have stretch marks. But the thing is, like, you're depending on it, so you're gonna keep purchasing it for a couple months to see if you see something, a difference. I took
Right.
before and
Right.
after, I didn't see no difference. I was actually really disappointed in it. So that's why I'm really on to the topic,
Yeah.
because I really feel like there's so many women out there that would adore you to coming out with this. This is important stuff.
Yeah, I tried definitely like the Modernas and the Palmer's oils and all those stuffs after my kids. The only kid that gave me stretch marks was my first son. Like nobody told him that. I was 18, when I got pregnant. I got pregnant on my 18th
Oh
birthday.
wow.
So yeah, like that night. So, it was just like it was brand new for me. I ate everything in the world and I shrunk all the way back down to a size 0, literally like weeks after I had him. But like it didn't, my body wasn't like meant for that big of a snap. I gained like 65 pounds. So it just wasn't ready to go shoom, that fast. And it killed me. So I tried everything, nothing worked. I mean, nothing worked. So I was just like, this is crazy. But I think what the game changer was, like the more I really thought about it, it was that everyone was using these creams, and these creams are meant to like tighten, tone, and firm. But it's really hard to do, and like every doctor says, like that's not possible. Like it's not all the way possible. But what is possible is like taking off that old dead skin. And I think that was really the game changer for my mindset. Salt and coffee grinds, and the combination I was using and I had made, because I have fruit trees too. So I got real creative with it. It was just like, it was like taking off old dead skin just on my face, but just like I did with the coffee grinds. And I was like, okay, like this feels great. And then I kept seeing results, and I was like, I'm gonna pause. I'm like, I'm not gonna do any more of myself. I was like, until I make it, and then I'm gonna use myself as the first model for it. I'm gonna do a
Let me
personal
know.
demo.
Let me know, because I have a lot of stretch
I
marks,
will.
so I'll be a model for you, and you can use whatever you need before, after, because I need these suckers to go.
Cool, cool, very cool, very cool.
So, um, now, how many more songs you would like to accomplish during the rest of this year?
Oh my gosh, a lot. I have 3 to get done in about a week and a half or two. Because you get real, well, I can't say for everyone, but I get real hungry. That's what I called it, was I'll be like, I'm real hungry to go in the studio. And it'll start eating at me, and I'm like, okay, like it's eating all of me, like I'm officially starving. But I already am working now on 2 collabs just for my trip from California. So I just got back from California Sunday afternoon, um, yesterday afternoon, and God, that jet lag is just like not there on me yet. But yeah, that resulted in 2 collabs, so I'm already working on 2 more songs, and I have a ton to get done. I What's it, August? I'd like to accomplish at least another solid like 15 songs or so by the end of the year. Really, I'm really specific like now. I definitely I changed up my style like all the way. So um I don't know. I'm hungry, like I said. I'm ready to show everyone exactly what I have going on. I've been doing a lot of freestyling and just really am tapping into this beast. So
Okay, okay. I see you,
I'm
Mama. I see
yeah,
you. Keep on going. Definitely beast mode. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah, yeah.
Would you like to perform at like a New Year's Eve at in New York?
Ooh, yeah, that's a great idea. There's great stuff in New York all over. So yeah, that's a great thought. That really is. I do like that.
I could definitely see you doing that. Times Square, New Year's Eve, Sally Sweets performing. Let's go. So
Something like that.
something like that.
I wear a mean gown, so that would be fun.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Would you like to spit? Would you like to rap something, spit something right now?
Oh, sure, sure, yeah, sure, absolutely. I actually got I got some new stuff coming up, so maybe I'll spit some of that for you. This one's an NBA song coming up, and it's called "Legends Never Die." So, it's gonna be pretty dope. It's like a tribute song to some great. Um, but yeah, so oh, that is a good one because I got on my Luca jersey. I got on my Luca jersey.
Okay, okay.
Um,
I like it. I like it.
Hey, I'm on my Luca-ish. I'm about to make a way up. I've been checking on my way ups, running up and down the court lately. Yeah, I'm just balling for the sport, baby. Thinking maybe I'll just make a layup, or maybe I'll just lay up. Take my time so I could stay up. Hey, I'm headed to the levee with the backwards and the Chevy, baby. Check reflection, baby. Complexion doesn't come from your skin. Yeah, you're kind of deep within. Oh, you think that I'm just fishing on my phone? Check my bars because I don't roam, baby. I just lended you the throne. So if your intentions are to roam, then just roll be a stone. One thing you should know, my heart will never, ever, ever be your home. Yes, I have grown. Hey.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about with the little swish at the end. Salute. Definitely.
I have a dunking problem.
Hey, it's okay. It's all right. I love it. I love it. For real, for real. How about doing
That's funny.
like a lullaby? Do you see yourself doing a lullaby like from a mom to a baby bear or something like a lullaby album? I could see you something like that.
Actually all my kids have their own their own bedtime songs. So yeah, that's a thing in my house. I got it from the movie Polly with the parrot and the little girl.
Yes.
Um I person I personalized that song, and then my little 5-year-old, he every night he gets to pick the theme. So sometimes it's like crocodile and megalodon,
Okay.
and I
All
have to
right.
make it. It gets intense. But yeah, no, I definitely do. I do that already too. So uh, that's definitely a thing in my
I
household.
love it. I love it. I love how you're a great mom. You're a working mom. You're a beast at what you do. Salute to you, Queen. Anything I can help you with, promotion or anything, let me know. And definitely,
Absolutely.
please let me know when that, if you do get that on the shelf, that um, stretch mark stuff. Yes, please. I would love to definitely, help you promote it.
I definitely will.
I mean that would help a lot of females. So we need stuff to help us females after having a baby and things in that nature. Even having, a major weight loss surgery, people have that extra weight too that they don't take off. So, that's important too. So I could see it being
Yeah, absolutely.
everywhere. Like I really that's something. If it works, definitely why not? And it's all natural basically.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I think that is the best part. So, I'm glad that I said something then. I haven't been, my mindset is so focused on so many things right now, but I love when someone needs something. I'm that person who doesn't like to forget about people. So, that's very true. That is quite the importance. So, I'll get on it for you.
All right, cool, cool. Make sure I'm gonna be calling you in like 2 months. Sally, what's going on with that? Any word?
I'm like, I got a plan, baby. I got a plan. Don't worry.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll have to make you some and send some to you.
Yes, please. I definitely. I'll take a picture before and after. I'll show you for real. Like, I mean, that's important,
Awesome.
especially
Awesome.
self care and also mental care. Both go underneath that category, what you're covering. And I'm telling you, it would make a real. Maybe go into Shark Tank. Could go into Shark Tank.
Oh yeah, that show. Right, right. Yeah, that'd be super cool. That'd be super cool. Right now, I am working on looking for a lab or factory who wants to help me produce it. So, shout out to anyone who's interested in doing something like that.
Yeah,
I would love a nice partner in the game for it. So, most definitely,
that's
most
important. Yeah,
definitely.
definitely. Keep me updated on that. And if I hear anybody inboxes me that has that connect, please
Oh
let's
yeah.
get this going. Um, that's a good investment. Yeah, definitely. That I can see that making millions, not billions, millions everywhere. Like for real, for real. So,
I'm working on a clothing line too called The Sweet Life, which is super cool. So I want to, yeah, and it'll be like that. Some things will be like that's sweet, or super sweet, or there's just different little, all like different gear and stuff. I don't know if it'll be drippy or I'm working on it, so that'll be coming too.
okay, I love it.
That's
I
on the
love
way.
it. Salute, definitely. Now, where do you go to record your music?
I shout out to my engineers. I really only have two. I record with Dizzy. Dizzy is a beast. Dizzy makes all his own beats for a lot of celebrities in the industry. And I record with Cito, and they both came out of Executive Studios. Executive Studios is in Clearwater, Florida, and it is a heck of a studio. It's done by Brandy and James Wood. They are, husband and wife. They started this from the bottom up. So, you get platinums coming out of there. You get Kevin Gates, you get Rod Wave, you get Jadakiss in there. You walk through any night and see, all sorts of different people. So it's a great studio, it really is. But the sound is perfect. I record a lot now with my boy Dizzy, and that's it. I record right with him in his home too. But those songs hit the radio, no problem. They're perfectly produced. So someone was hitting me up about going over to a record label, and they said, well, if you do, you can take your engineer with you. And I was like, yeah. They were like, he's a hell of a sound. I'm like, thank you. So
That's amazing.
yeah, very picky there. Very picky there.
Definitely. Let them know where they can find you. Let them know where they can book you. Let them know where they can find your music, what platforms, and all
For
that.
sure, for sure. All right, y'all. It's your girl Sally Sweets. To my girl JC Brown. This is the Iccy Show, y'all. So you're tuning in. You can find me anywhere, anywhere. YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Deezer. You can put me in your stories on Instagram and Facebook. You can TikTok to me. I'd really love to see some TikTokers. I'm gonna start getting into that. So y'all can find me on IG. I'm Sally Sweet. You can find me just about anywhere. You can reach out to me via email. I respond very well. People like to send me beats and collab. That's the Sally Sweets at gmail.com. So stupid simple, just the Sally Sweets. Yeah, so send me some stuff. People send me stuff all the time that really surprises me. Don't send me a ton of your music. I barely get to listen to my own, but do send me some stuff if you want to work. Mad respect. And yeah, hit your girl up. I'm doing collabs right now, so now's a great time to get a great price if you want to work before I get real busy, and then the price goes up.
In the movie, she's filming for that movie too. So you better get her now while she's free because once you start filming for a movie, it took me 9 months to film one movie. So you lock in and you got to be focused. So better get her now.
Oh yeah,
Price is right, reasonable. She's moving. I mean, you just seen all the material she just showed us in front of her, all the magazines she's been in. Amazing. Salute. Go cop that new magazine she's
thank
in.
you.
It just came out. And where can you get that magazine?
That's the cover magazine, so you can look it up. It's the cover. It's from Anna J. Eccles from Dreamland Production, straight out of Memphis, Tennessee. You can get right on there and and it's brand new. It's brand new. The girl right on the front cover, what was her name? Melissa. And they just had, you know, a ton of news coverage out there on her, so it's doing great. It's you could be featured in the cover magazine. People purchase their sections in there. There's been cooks, celebs. It's phenomenal. I got the chance to work with them, so but yeah, go check that magazine out, y'all. I'm right in the center.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Salute. I appreciate you, Sally Sweets, again coming on the Iccy Show 1 year after our year, and you've done amazing this last year. Keep on
Thank
going.
you.
I hope to have you in the next year or before when you got that stretch mark stuff coming up. I want to be the first you give me that exclusive interview when that comes up, please.
Yeah, you too. You keep rocking. What episode is this? You tell me.
This is interview 501 interviews I've done in 4 years.
Woo! I thought so. I thought so. Congrats to you. That's big. That's big. You keep pumping. You are just, you know, you overdo it. So I love it. Your drive is hard. You got that northern hustle, you know.
Thank you.
We got a different feeling inside.
Yes.
So salute to you, Mom. See you
All
later.
right, Queen. I appreciate you. Much love and respect. I appreciate. If you want to be a guest on the Iccy Show, inbox your girl Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. I'm booking until November. This is interview 501 interviews I've done in 4 years. Make sure you go request this lady right here, Sally Sweets. Get a feature with her. I'm telling you, you want to get her feature. You just seen she just did that live performances right now. She's doing some big things, and I salute to you 1000% Queen. Much love, respect everyone that tuned in tonight. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Let's go. 2022 is a big year. Let's get it. Peace.
Bye,
Appreciate
y'all.
you.